I think outside expectations are just like every year here. I think the fan base and the community expect us to be, hard-nosed, blue-collar, going to be in a dogfight every game.
Older football was way more physical than it is now, so I think Coach Bannis really wanted us to, play physical and take it to him.
Last year we made playoffs, so we were on the roll to make playoffs again. That was a big goal for us, an expectation for us.
We want to be known as a physical, tough team. No matter who we play, we're always going to give them a fight.
We lost a lot of seniors last year, so to have that, we kind of knew we had to not only prove our town wrong, but ourselves, we had to play up to an expectation that we have to hold.
My goals this season was to ultimately get bigger and help the team out in the biggest way I possibly can.
I mean, this season definitely different than all the others I've played. It's last season I'm going to play football, so I got to make it my best. Put a ton of work in during the off season.
We lifted together, went to the field, we ran, worked on our position groups together, just really did everything as a group and worked together.
Yeah, my expectations of the team are just to get better every week and just come with the mindset of we're going to work as hard as we can every practice. In my opinion, practice is the only time where we can have a controlled environment.
I was giving 100% every single play for practice, whether it's a drill or we're in team, we're going against a scout team, or just even a run through. You need 100% every single play to prepare for the game.
I think there's a little bit of different, just the vibes of the whole thing, just because they're different people, a lot of young starters. So this year was definitely a little bit more of a learning curve for them.
I mean, this year I played a different position. I'm a quarterback, but I got transformed to receiver this year, so I just had to learn everything from a receiver view. That was new for me.
It was not another year of football. I knew I had to fight, and especially fight for my position.
I always tell myself, and I tell our assistant coaches, and that if you don't get excited every Friday night, you shouldn't be doing this.
I mean, mentality-wise, it's definitely a different change from practice to games, especially with Southern Lehigh. They're always a good kind of gauge of who we think we are as a team first week. You definitely feel the pressure a little bit more, you definitely feel the environment, and that's probably the biggest difference from that first game to the practices leading up to it.
We just want to go out there and give it our all, really. First game of the year, it's usually the most exciting, to be honest. So you finally get to hit someone in a different jersey after waiting all off season, grinding all off season. You just want to showcase all the work you put in.
All our sights, even after our first game, are still to make that playoff game, have a winning record, and just be the best we can.
Week 1, I'd moved positions on defense, so definitely goals switched a little bit.
For me, it was different because I always played a different position than what I've been, and it definitely, first game was a wake-up call, and it impacted in how we wanted to play the next few games.
After game 1, I think that was a big lesson that we needed to obviously work harder, lock in during practice.
We'll make wholesale changes if we have to. Last year I think we changed 4 defensive starting positions. This year we did move guys around again, and we had to do that later on in the season as well. I'm not afraid to make those changes, where I think a lot of programs, a lot of coaches are, worried to make a change during the season.
We set the tone. We play our game how we want, all right? Let's do damage. D-line on 3, 1, 2, 3.
So some position shifts, I switched from right guard to left guard week 1, and then went back to right guard just based on the matchups and everything. So,
Best thing about football is also the worst. Every week you can earn respect or you can lose respect. Every week you are judged by how you perform. What is great about football is you get to change that thought process every week. Every week you get an opportunity to go out there and prove yourself. And you get to change what people thought about you the week prior. what you think about yourselves. Tonight, you go out there under control, play Quakertown, blue collar, respectable football. Are you ready? Yeah!
Pennsbury game, I definitely thought that we're able to fight for like the whole game and show that we can just drive down the field and slowly tire out the team.
Yeah, it took a lot of fourth downs, just beating on the body. We get physically tired, and we have to push through all that as a team.
I mean, it motivates me a little bit more because if defense playing like lights out, then we got to put up points on offense to like back that up.
We just want to try and put points on the board because the defense is going to hold them like we have been the whole game. We only let them get one touchdown, and it was just on special teams. So we know their offense couldn't really do anything on us, so we just try to put up as much points as we could.
I think that as a team, we don't really care what other people think. We know when we play well, and like it doesn't have to be a show all the time. Like just formulated drives and hard defense.
I think that was also another just confidence booster for the young kids too, to show that we can go out there and play and win football games.
We just got to keep getting better. That's all I'm asking, right? We improved tonight defensively. We played aggressive. We tackled. We improved offensive line. You guys were attacking. We were driving downfield. We just got to maintain that and be consistent now.
Goal's always the same: to win, go out, give it your all. I mean, that's the point of the game, is to win the game. There's nothing much else.
North Penn, I just think it just wasn't clicking like right away. Just we were doing good things, but then we also had bad moments, and they definitely played one of their best games against us.
We had a lot of red zone opportunities that we didn't capitalize on, so I think we left a lot of points on the board that it could have been a much closer game than the score says, but I think that was our worst game of the year for sure.
When you compare the box score and statistics against our opponents, we were right there the whole time. But what doesn't, always show up, is that transition of a turnover and they got a short field. Like, hey, listen, we met this goal, or we did this, and this was exceptional in this part of the game, but not so much in this part of the game. And we also, I talk about, filtering everything else out except us and our family and our team. Like, keep the noise out. Like, don't listen to the outside noise. And I tell the kids, like, hey, listen, like, we lost to some really good teams so far this year, so we know that we can step on the field and we can compete.
I would say like the scoreboard plays a big part. The team, how well the team fought, the pride we showed, the physicality that we brought through the practice week, what we've been showcasing in practice. So I think both of those really play a part. I don't really care about the individual stuff as long as the team fights hard, which we did all year. We'll see what the score says at the end of the game, and if we lost, we put it all out there. What more can you do?
That loss, that was a lot worse than we expected. We sometimes just gotta take that as a team, just realize what happened to us, and just use that to motivate us on to next week and just push a little harder. Going into Ben Salem, we would always say our record 0-0. We would start of our league, we just want to get off to the hot start, just get one win, 1 week at a time.
No matter if we're 3-0 coming in or 0-3, we look at it as, listen, we're 0-0 now, and now here's a new season that we're trying to go undefeated in and try to win the league title.
Every single play, we hit them and earn that respect.
I feel like the energy kind of comes up a little bit more because the game does mean a lot more.
We knew going into that game that we have to stop the run game with their running back.
We shut him down early. I had a very big hit on him, and then from there we just clicked and got rolling.
enjoy it. Enjoy it till tomorrow night at midnight, right? And we're all on the saddle. Q-Town on 3. 1, 2, 3. Q-Town!
I mean, Souderton, first quarter, we were playing amazing. Like, I thought we were going to blow them out.
Everyone else can do really well watching football. I think if you have a bad day, it's going to hurt everyone else's day.
And, you know, one play and one call just took that all out from us. And that was kind of what we struggled with, keeping our momentum and not being in our heads too much when we get down.
And as a team, we have to come together in that game, in that scenario.
It's nice to see a touchdown or two, interception, a sack. It's nice to see that on the stats or whatever. But yeah, I'm walking away with a chip on my shoulder, and the stats are nice, but I'd rather win.
I know after Souderton, scores were not really what we were hoping for, but we knew we were playing our type of football. We were getting the ball downfield, throwing the ball, running the ball well, playing good defense. Just sometimes scales didn't tip in our way. But
I think we try to fix it, and fixing it as in practice with like a different tone of how we do have practice, and like done with the goofing around, done with all the other stuff that we have been doing that hasn't been doing us any good.
Game 6, we all know that we have to pick things up, and we have a lot of games ahead that we must win if we want to meet our goals.
The balance, individual versus team, is you play for yourself, but you're also playing for your brothers next to you.
It's about the team, and winning is like the only thing that matters. It doesn't matter what an individual person does.
I mean, it's a team sport. One person can't win. You need all 11 guys to play at their fullest potential. That's how you win as a team.
You know, offensively, we're pretty sound as far as we're a multiple, set offense. We do a bunch of different things well. But we can really adapt on the dime. Like if we need to go to a spread and chuck the ball around, we can. If we need to go double tight, we can do that too.
Upper Dublin was tough. They broke a couple big plays in the start.
We got news right before the game. Their starting running back wasn't playing, so they had a backup come in, and we just didn't think anything of it.
And then they started running this other kid, a younger kid, and that game is probably the one that's going to haunt us the most, by far.
I would say that expectations were higher than what actually turned out, and I feel like stats don't matter as much as like the score does.
If you mess up, you can't be hard on yourself, because there's going to be plays to come after.
Coach Manis always talks about it. I mean, the score doesn't always reflect the game. It's sometimes just things get a little out of hand sometimes, and the score just starts to go up and up. But we're still playing our best, and we're still fighting till the end.
There's a lot more grit that got involved the last weeks. Just everyone was really we were just pushing for everyone to give everything. We'll drag you off the field at the end, just let everything out, and that's just the way we're gonna go play football.
So for me, always going into the next week, I try to forget about a loss as soon as possible, and same thing with the wins, because you can't keep them in your head for too long. But it's definitely just knowing that we can perform at a level after a loss that can get us to wins, and after wins, knowing that there are games where we can play to levels below our expectations and know that can lead to losses.
Truman, it was a big win. I think we needed that. It brought us up. We knew we could score points, and we know what our team can do against other teams. We just had to put it all together. Truman was a good game for us to just get that feeling back in our bodies that we can win.
So coming off of Truman, again, a really good night, but just weird things happen. You know what I mean? just a bunch of stuff. It's just like when we handle the loss. You know, Upper Dublin really hurt, and I always tell the kids, listen, celebrate till Saturday night. We're going into CR South week, and we're like, listen, this is who we played, this is who they played. We match up well. Like, we can give them a run, you know, and we can beat the league champion.
Yeah, we knew CR South was a very big game, probably the biggest of the year.
Council Rock South was our playoff game pretty much to have a chance to make the playoffs and potentially win the league.
We made sure that everybody knew that and made sure everybody was perfect at practice with high energy and just flying around all the time.
Seniors, one of the last times tonight. Let's go. We gotta have our game. Young guys, you're playing for us. You're playing for this whole team. But more importantly, we're playing to get in the playoffs.
This whole year, Banis was saying that any team can win any game. You know, and I feel like that our record doesn't show how good we really were.
Somewhere along the way, it got lost, I think, a little bit this year. We're Quakertown football. Remind yourself of that before you leave this door. We are Quakertown. We are tough as shit, blue collar, smash mouth, run your ass over, and do it again. Are you ready? Yeah!
I felt like things kind of clicked on all phases of the ball, offense, defense. Our O-line was blocking good. Our defensive line was getting through. Our receivers were catching balls. Brady was making throws.
Pain wasn't bad because I was just so shocked, obviously. I knew instantly something major happened and my season was going to be over. I was just so shocked that it happened in the moment, and I was just thinking about like what was to come and everything. I just felt like I was going to be out for a long time.
It was scary what happened, but we all got down. We prayed as a team. We all kept each other's emotions standard to what we believe in, and we kept fighting.
Yeah, I'd say going into halftime, we were pretty even. A big injury. I think the mentality was just play for Carter.
So at times, that blood does boil. And we try to tell the kids, listen, use that in a positive way, though. Don't go down the rabbit hole of being negative and, doing things the wrong way. We always do things a certain way here.
Yeah, so it was senior night. We really wanted this win very bad. We came together. Banis was giving his speech at halftime, and that just brought us all up. We were hyped up. We were ready to go out during that second half.
I mean, halftime was something different than I've ever had in my entire life. Everybody came together. We all knew that we were good enough to win that game, and it was the most passionate I think I've seen anybody about a game of football in my entire life.
It's a team sport. You need all 11 guys, really. All 11 guys have to do their job in order for you guys to win. It's not just a one-man game.
I will also give them credit. Hey, listen, guys, you guys could have packed it in. But we fought and went all the way down, the field. And as soon as we scored, Brady turns around and is pointing for two. And I'm like, we're going for two.
I mean, I think everybody on that sideline knew we wanted to win that game in regulation. Nobody wanted to go to overtime. And I think looking back on that now, I know there's some things I could have done differently, but I'm happy with the way we played. I don't think you can really take away with how our team did.
I think the we part, that's something that we all agree upon. We need to be better. You can't go back and look at one play. There's other plays leading up to that'll draw the attention to that play. But there's other mistakes throughout the game that shouldn't have happened. So you need to hold everyone accountable for every mistake.
The game, it was sad. It was a tough loss. It was senior night. We were one play away from winning it and potentially making playoffs. So it was just hard, emotional for all of us.
I definitely see the Sierra South game as a very tough loss, but I also see it as one of the best games we've played this year, and it really shows how good we can be and how we can compete with those teams that are very good.
You know, with that game being played, what people don't realize, we had 2 touchdowns called back, right? And we lose 2 of our best players in the first half. Look at our league champion, and we had them on the ropes, so that's where I sort of have those conversations with people, and the people that understand football, that really are, fans of Quakertown football, understand the team that we had this year and are super supportive of us and, of the players themselves, because they really fought hard this year.
Hey, this is it right here. Play your hearts out every single play. Leave nothing out here.
When that whole thing went down, in my mind, I'm sitting there going, we got to find a backup. So wheels were already, turning, and I'm already sending text messages and emails to any team that I see that has an opening.
I was definitely in on the confusion a little bit, but I just hoped we had a game because I wanted to get back out there.
Yeah, Coach was telling us the whole week, we'll definitely have a game. We're going to practice like it's a game. And so we were taking our practice week as normal, we were going to play a team Friday anyway, and we finally got the news and we were excited. Found out they were undefeated, that they're a good team, so.
We got that game, I think, on Tuesday morning or so, and we just started game planning as much as we could. But we also said to ourselves, listen, look at our schedule. Look at who we played this year, and look at how tough we played them.
Once we heard we got Chester, we kind of just all hopped on film really quick and just watched film for the rest of the 2 days because we didn't know much about them.
We just stuck to our rules and we're playing our game against them.
Because if we play to our identity of some blue-collar football, we can hang with those teams that are supposed to beat us.
So then Chester gets here. They were phenomenal. They were awesome. I think before us, they only gave up 19 points the whole entire season. So for us to play it, we scored 19.
You earn a lot more respect from others outside of the community, inside the community, around the school by playing the better teams and playing at 100%, no regrets.
Quakertown Panthers. Thanksgiving's everything to everybody in Quakertown. I'm only been alive for 18 years of it, but I know that this is the game that everybody looks forward to, even if they're not a football fan.
Yeah, I think it's for the people that have played in this tradition. I think it's probably one of the biggest traditions in the state.
Going into my last game of my high school career, playing in a rivalry game Thanksgiving morning, pretty cold, pretty windy. Just being out there on that field, it was definitely really exciting.
So the history of knowing who's played in it, how long it's been playing, and knowing that this is the way that they've done it for many, many, many years, it's something special to be a part of.
Some of our coaches played in it, and rivalries are, they're a big deal because they go back that long, and even though we're not 100 years old, we don't know what it's like. There was some conflict, and we really wanted to stick it to them.
They went to the district final, obviously. We had an underwhelming record. And of course, all people look at as going into that game, who's never watched us, is just the records. They see they're 12-2 or whatever, and we're 4-6, and they're gonna think, oh, this is a blowout. Why even really show up? And I think we fought super hard. We were winning at halftime.
Shows teams we're not scared of them. From outside opinions, I was hearing Penn Ridge thought they were just gonna walk through us or run through us. And while they won the game, that wasn't what happened at all. They had to battle every single quarter.
Penn Ridge game, it hits really deep for me. It got to a point where I just got really emotional because I knew I couldn't be with my boys anymore. I love the tradition, and next year I hope I'm in an interview and I get the trophy right next to me.
I've had family play in the game. It's a long history between the two schools. We're super close. They're pretty much like our next door neighbor. But I mean, every year playing that game, there's very high emotions. You always want to win that game for the pride of your season and your school.
Thanksgiving's special. Like, not everybody gets to play in that game. It's tradition, and I'm a traditionalist. Like, I'm from Quakertown. I'm born and raised in Quakertown, and I will want to play on Thanksgiving or coach in that game as long as I possibly can. And I want to see that game be played to 150 and 200 years. There's just something special about two towns close to each other that have had this type of tradition and quote unquote hatred for each other. And then, you walk out there and it's us versus them. It's green versus blue. It's something about it. Like, it's just like, if you didn't grow up with it, it's hard to explain. It's very easy to go back on, Saturday morning and say, hey, why didn't you do this or why didn't you do that? I do that to myself. The way we always look at it is this team is putting in the work. This staff is putting in the work. We only have to answer to ourselves.
Personally, I think I had a lot of fun this year with all my friends I've grown up with.
In 20 years, I'm probably gonna remember the probably the hard parts more than the really easy wins and all that. Knowing that I did go that extra step, knowing that we did go that extra mile to be in a game.
My most memorable moment would be lifting in the weight room with all the guys in the winter and summer and grinding for the season. That's the most memorable thing for me.
I think I'm going to remember, how much I put myself out there throughout the past 3 or 4 years, on the field, just giving it everything I had.
I mean, I think I played pretty well for a position that I've never played before. Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with how it all went.
I think I will remember how we turned it around after Upper Dublin and started playing good football.
I think that taking that motivation and that regret that you had in the next season will do a lot of good things for motivation and wanting to win and getting revenge on a team that has beat you.
We all rally around each other. It's very cool, like the weight room and the locker room during games, before games, after games. We're all together, and that's a very important thing.
I guess I could say that, when the seniors watch this back, that I, deeply appreciate all of them that made me turn into the kind of kid I am now.
I always tell them this. It's a privilege, to be their coach. And I'm always here for them no matter what, and it doesn't matter if you're 40 or if you're going to be 19 and you need something, you don't hesitate to reach out. We'll always be here for you.
I think looking back at my whole career, I think the number one thing that I remember the most, and I'm going to remember for the rest of my life, is all the friends I made from football. So, just being able to play with the people I did, I don't think anything can ever top that.
I think that Quakertown, we have tremendous athletes that can play multiple sports and that can help us on a Friday night. And they're going to be good teammates and they're going to be good people. And we're going to be good stewards of creating great young men through the process of trying to win games. And I think part of that is you don't always get what you want in life. What type of person are you going to be, and trying to help them out in life.